I've always enjoyed being on the land and trying to make it the best it can be. I'm Rick Caquelin here in Stanford, Montana. We've been here since 1996 and run cows since about 2002. I worked for NRCS for a full career and finished here as a range specialist for Montana's NRCS. What we try and do is provide maximum rest from grazing, which means especially no use April, May, June, and preferably just no use over at least 14 or 15 months. We're trying to benefit the long-term sustainability of the grassland, which we believe in turn will benefit the long-term sustainability of that operation, right? We use grazing as a tool, so sometimes we might be in a pasture for a month, and sometimes we might be in it for 12 hours. There's a reason for everything we do, and that's part of the reason that we do the grazing planning, is to make the land as healthy as we can, help the livestock be as healthy as they can be, and provide healthy food.
Rick's operation was unique because he has used it as a training opportunity for so many people with NRCS. He was always able to try things on his own operation, and it gave him an even broader knowledge of how to bring it to other people. There's been plant ID trainings here, learning about livestock, just a variety of things that he was able to bring to especially young NRCS employees that he probably couldn't have done if he didn't have his own ranch. Rick has done a variety of things. A lot of it comes back to the grazing management, but he did put in some infrastructure like some water. He has mainly used temporary fence to be able to work on his grazing management.
We certainly have been increasing the speed of our rotations, decreasing dramatically the size of we'll call them paddocks. A lot of times now we're running 10 to 20 pair an acre, and then other times it might be a pair an acre. We've utilized bale grazing to help build soil, to help change plant communities. It's been really effective for moving annual bromes off the landscape and letting perennial grass move in. We have put in some permanent water, especially winter water sources, to allow us to do winter grazing management. And we use temporary water once we get the time of year where water doesn't freeze. And so that's been really helpful to accomplish that goal of allowing the grass to be as productive and as healthy as it can be, building that soil health. That's the purpose for all that quick moving. The secondary purpose is to provide high quality forage to our livestock so that they can be as healthy and nutritious as they can be when they hit the plate.
The soil is the basis for our plants. It's the basis for our ecosystem with all the organisms underneath the soil. It's the basis for everything, and it's what keeps the plants thriving, which they're, again, go to the livestock, onto the people for our food.
I think some of the things that I gained from NRCS that help me now is it certainly helps to have a grazing plan and to revisit it. I remake a grazing plan every winter. We do range monitoring and use that to help tweak that plan. We even started doing some soil biology monitoring 2 years ago to see if there was something to be gained by watching how microbiology fluctuates in the soil, and if that would help us be better surface managers. Doing inventory so that you can determine, at least estimate, the amount of forage you have in front of your animals and how long it's going to last becomes critical in a drought. In better years, everyone always says that makes everybody look good, and what I say is yes from the road. I don't care how much it rains, you can tell the people that work hard on it, and you can tell the ones that don't if you get out there and kick around. I was able to learn a lot of things about management and inventory and allowing grass recovery. A lot of that I learned from the ranchers I worked with, the guys that were actually out there learning, observing, and reapplying.
When you think about the 5 principles of soil health, you can think about the fact that if you have a piece of rangeland that's never been disturbed, you can put that on a worldwide basis in that 20% of the carbon sequestered in the world is from rangelands. So it's important to keep that in mind. You know, when people want to take native rangeland and maybe put houses on it or something, it's important for us to think of the next generation and what we need from the land.
But the one thing that I know from working with a lot of big operations and running my own small one and working with a lot of people who have smaller operations is that management matters. You can be as good as you want to be. It's like anything else. It's as much time and effort as you want to put in. You can continue to be better, and that doesn't matter what size you are.